Why, hello there. I bet you were recently perusing the internet, bored of your mundane lifestyle. And then you found this video on antibiotics.
In this video, I will be talking about antibiotic resistance and the production of antibiotics to give you perspective into the concerns with overuse. In the next video, I will apply the overuse of antibiotics to the agricultural industry.
Antibiotics, also known as antimicrobial drugs, fight infections caused by bacteria in both humans and animals, but they do not have any effect on viruses that cause the common cold or the flu. Antibiotics takes advantage of the difference between the structure of the bacterial cell and the host cell. They can prevent bacterial cells from multiplying so that the bacterial populations remain the same, allowing the host's defense mechanisms to fight the infection. It could also kill the bacteria, for example, by stopping the mechanism responsible for building their cell walls. Now, I bet you've heard about a little something called antibiotic resistance, an epidemic that's becoming a major health threat in our society. This is being caused by the overuse and misuse of antibiotics. Bacteria in a colony that are not killed by an initial treatment of antibiotics can grow resistant through mutations that allow the bacteria to survive under the adverse conditions of the drug. This is also seen when bacteria are exposed to low doses of antibiotics, such as in livestock feed. So now that we have a little bit of background, you're probably thinking, well, if there's antibiotic resistance, why don't we just make more different antibiotics? Fair question. I'm going to ask our lovely Aunt Sue to help us.
Oh, darling, you flatter me. Now, you can make antibiotics in two ways, either synthetically by mixing chemicals together to get the compound you want, or by seeking out microbes that naturally produce chemicals that kill bacteria and then harvesting those naturally made chemicals. Studies have shown that microorganism-derived antibiotics are more highly effective, likely due to the numerous years spent developing them through natural selection. This is rather unfortunate because these natural products are complex and hard to make in a laboratory setting, which makes forming derivatives difficult. Because of this, scientists have reached a crossroads. Natural products are bioactive but difficult to derive, and synthetic compounds are powerful at killing bacteria but have poor bioactivity. A solution would be to develop synthetic compounds that have the same type of properties as the natural ones. I have an analogy for you. Let's say I would like to make Oreo cheesecake. I can either go out and buy Oreos and take out their filling and use it for my recipe, or I can try to replicate the filling using my own ingredients. If I choose to go out and buy Oreos and use their filling, which have been tried and tested for years before they are the cookies we have today, I would have a hard time trying to lessen the amount of sugar in them if I had to do that for my recipe. This represents the natural compounds. Now, if I wanted to synthesize my own frosting, I would have another problem. And that's that my picky nieces and nephews will sense that there's something wrong with the recipe because it isn't exactly how Mr. Christie makes it. This would make it similar to the synthesized compounds. Back to you, darling.
Now I want Oreo cheesecake.
Now that you have a bit of background on antibiotic resistance and production, check out the next video on its use in livestock. And don't forget to subscribe to the Demystifying Medicine web series.